chainsaw weapon is one of the most surprising weapons in the game right now, because even though it is just legendary, it actually outperforms most divine weapons in both campaign and endless mode. It feels strong, fast, and reliable in almost every situation, which makes it one of the best choices for players who do not have divine weapons yet. In this video, I am going to tell you everything about the chainsaw weapon, including its look, skills, damage, cooldowns, mastery skill, and even a full comparison with divine weapons to see how good it really is. I already upgraded my chainsaw with 5 cooldown and to damage upgrades, which is the most optimal setup for this weapon. On top of that, I got the Prodigy trait and leveled up its mastery to level 100 so we can fully test the weapon and see its true potential. Let us start with the appearance. The default chainsaw weapon has a bright pink look, which gives it a fun and unique design. It actually looks surprisingly good for a base version, but with the new chainsaw bundle, the look completely changes. The new bundle gives you metallic parts with dark steel tones and glowing red details, which look much more aggressive. It also comes with a brand new weapon skin and even a matching armor set. The armor looks awesome too, made of the same metallic material with glowing red lights and a red halo floating above your character. The whole set looks intimidating, like a futuristic demon-style outfit. It is really solid visually, but compared to some of the older bundles, it does not have as many extra visual effects like trails or sparks during attacks. Still, overall it looks great, especially when combined with the new armor and halo. Now let us move to the real test, which is damage and combat performance. The chainsaw weapon has very fast attack speed for a melee weapon, and each M1 attack deals 37 damage, which is insane for a legendary rarity. For comparison, the divine weapon shoes deal only 33 damage per hit, and that is before considering that chainsaw attacks much faster. So even without divine rarity bonuses, chainsaw already competes with them just by pure efficiency. Each attack of the chainsaw feels heavy and impactful, and because of its short delay between hits, you can keep dealing constant damage without big pauses. The overall DPS from basic attacks alone is already great, and when you add its skills, it becomes even stronger. Now let us move to the first skill, which is called Chain Sprint Redline. When you use this skill, your character dashes forward, spinning the chainsaw at high speed and dealing rapid hits to enemies in front of you. This skill deals over 1000 total damage in just a few seconds, and the best part is that you can move freely while the attack is active. That makes it extremely good for campaign missions or endless mode, where enemies are constantly moving and spreading around the map. You can keep dealing damage while repositioning, which makes this skill both strong and practical. And the best part of all is its cooldown, which is only 10 seconds. That means you can use this skill almost constantly without waiting too long, turning it into one of the best DPS skills among all legendary weapons. The second skill is called Fuel Storm Reaver. It works in a similar way, but with more speed and higher damage. After activation, your character moves even faster while spinning the chainsaw, hitting all enemies nearby many times. This skill deals about 1000 total damage, which is double the first one, and even though the cooldown is 17 seconds, it is still one of the best skills for crowd clearing or boss fights. The mobility you get during the skill also helps you stay alive, since you can dodge attacks and still keep dealing damage. Overall, this skill has everything a good ability needs: high damage, strong movement, and solid range. Now for the third skill, called Blood Ignition. When you use this skill, your character performs to wide slashes with the chainsaw, dealing around 300 total damage. Compared to the other two skills, this one is much weaker. It also has a long cooldown of 20 seconds, which makes it less useful in real fights. Right now, this skill feels more like a filler or a support ability rather than your main damage source. Maybe it will be buffed in future updates, but at the moment, it is not really impressive, and you can just use it to add a bit of extra damage when all other skills are on cooldown. Now let us move to the Awakening. The Chainsaw Awakening is one of the coolest parts of the weapon. When you activate it, your character unleashes a short but brutal attack, dealing around 1000 to 100 total damage in a large area. The animation looks aggressive and powerful, and it fits the whole theme of the weapon perfectly. It is not the strongest awakening in the game, but it is definitely one of the most satisfying to use. You can use it to clear groups of enemies or deal a burst of damage to a boss when your other skills are recharging. Now for the mastery skill called Health Throttle Maelstrom. When you activate this skill, your character makes a huge slash and then starts spinning with the chainsaw, continuing to deal massive damage to all enemies around, and finishes with another strong slash. This skill can deal about 1,800 total damage, and just like some other skills, you can move while using it, which lets you stay close to enemies and keep hitting them. The cooldown is around 23 seconds, which is decent for that level of damage. The mastery skill feels great to use, looks awesome in motion, and adds another layer of power to this weapons kit. Now let us compare the chainsaw to a divine weapon to really see how good it is. For this test, I used the samurai boss and compared the chainsaw to Shu's weapon. The chainsaw deals damage in many small hits, which means it can trigger more critical strikes overall. With its short cooldowns, you can keep attacking almost all the time. During my test, to deal 50,000 total damage and defeat the samurai boss, the chainsaw needed only 3 minutes and 14 seconds. That is incredibly fast considering it is not even divine rarity. Then I tested the same boss using Shu's weapon. The divine Shu's weapon has strong skill damage, but because every skill has long cooldowns and weak M1 attacks, it takes longer to finish the fight. It took 3 minutes and 58 seconds to defeat the same boss with Shu's, which clearly shows that Chainsaw has higher DPS. The main reason for that is that each of its skills hits multiple times, giving more chances to deal critical damage and overall increasing damage output. So in total, the Chainsaw is a legendary weapon that performs better than many divine weapons. It has excellent mobility, short cooldowns, fast attacks, and great consistency. You are almost always dealing damage, which makes it feel smooth and fun to use. Now let us talk about the new event reward that came together with this update. We got a new accessory that is divine rarity, and it is actually very strong. It gives 10% move speed, 5% coin gain, 15% critical damage, 5 flat damage, 50 health, and 10% skill damage. It is a very balanced accessory that gives you both offense and utility boosts, and the best part is that it is not too hard to get. You can earn it by completing event missions, so make sure to collect it before the event ends, because it might not return later. We also got a new pet pack with 5 new pets, each one with different bonuses. The dinosaur pet increases your walk speed by 10%, gives 5 extra damage, increases burn damage, and reduces skill damage by 10%. The frog pet gives 15 walk speed, 5% crit chance, 5% damage, and reduces incoming damage by 10%. The penguin pet gives 10 walk speed, 15% skill damage, 5% coin gain, 100 extra health, 10% attack speed, and every 35 seconds it fully heals you or your teammate. The spirit fire pet gives 10 walk speed, 150 health, 10 damage, 2% lifesteal, 10% crit damage, and 15% attack speed. The rarest pet is fresh, which gives 5% crit chance, 25% crit damage, 10 walk speed, 3% cooldown reduction, 5% coin gain, and every 10th attack deals double damage. This double damage effect works on both M1 attacks and skills, which means that any multi-hit skill will have all its hits doubled when the effect activates. It makes Fresh one of the strongest pets in the game and fits perfectly with Chainsaw since it hits many times. So overall, Chainsaw weapon is insanely strong for a legendary. It deals great damage, has fast attacks, short cooldowns, and can outperform divine weapons in direct comparison. It is fun to use, looks great especially with its bundle skin, and can easily become one of the best weapons in your inventory, even if you already have higher rarity weapons. And now for the giveaway. Congratulations to the 2 winners of the previous giveaway. If you see your Roblox username on the screen, make sure you have accepted my friend request so I can send you your reward. If you also want to win weapon slots, lucky spins, or any bundle, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and most importantly leave your exact Roblox username in the comments below so I can send you your reward if you win. If you have any questions about this update, feel free to ask them in the comments, and for exclusive content, giveaways, and to hang out with the community, check out my Discord and Roblox group. For a chance to join me in-game, you can also follow my Roblox profile. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more Hunty Zombies content.